Hey guys, I hope you're all doing well, and thank you for tuning into this video. Today we're just going to be talking about some stuff that I found when I was reorganizing my closet. As you can see, I'm in my room right now, and I was just kind of doing some cleaning, and I came across some stuff, just an old box, maybe 2 or 3 years old, and it's just stuff I'd packed in there and stuck in my closet, and when I opened it up, I saw all this stuff that I forgot that I had, and it's stuff that I've collected over the years, just kind of on different trips, so I thought it'd be kind of fun to show you guys some of the things that I've collected over the years. The first one is this mask here. It's from Hawaii, from the island of Kauai, and it has just a little string on the back so I can hang it on the wall if I want to. But it's just kind of cool. I got all this stuff with the idea that someday, when I get, like a big house with, an extra room in it or whatever, I'll just kind of have like a travel room. And I'll, hang stuff on the wall and display stuff. That's just kind of stuff for my travels. So, obviously right now, I'm not in that place. I'm a student in college, so that's where all my money goes. So obviously I don't have a house. I live in an apartment right now, but one day. So that's that. The next thing I have, came from Maui, from a trip that I took to Hawaii in 2005 with my family. It's kind of hard to see, but it's a little hand-carved sort of platter type thing. It has a palm tree, a mountain in the background, a boat. There's a little hut at the bottom. It says Maui. And then at the top, there's a palm tree. I like this because it makes good sounds. And it used to have a stand that it would sit on, but I've lost it. I got this when I was probably 14, maybe 13, so over the years, I guess I just lost the stand, which is unfortunate, but at least I still have this. This is the important part. I also have a couple things from Peru. This is from Peru. It's a little statue. I'm not really sure what it is. It's got eyes and a nose, and it's playing an instrument. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, but it's just kind of fun little thing. So have that, as well as this. This also came from Peru. And again, it's got a string on the top and it can just hang on a wall. But got a little hand-painted sort of dragon on one end, and then it's got a face at the top, so it's a little creepy looking, but I like it. So, that's that. This. It's hard to see. On a trip to Belize from Belize City is where I was at. They had a shop that was just had some cool stuff, so I bought it. It's got a mask sort of thing at the bottom, and then some sort of an animal in the middle, and another, it looks like a leopard at the top. So it's kind of cool. The next thing I have is this wooden box. It's cedar wood, and it came from Mount Rainier National Park in Washington State. You can see it. It says Mount Rainier National Park at the top. It has a deer or an elk or something, I'm not really sure what it is, on the front. And just opens up and it smells like cedar. So, it's just a nice little box to store stuff in. And the last thing I have is from Honduras. And what this is you hang it on a wall. It says Honduras at the bottom, and at the top it says Roatan. I got it from Roatan Island in Honduras. And what these things are on the top are coconuts. They've been stripped of the sort of hair, I guess. I don't know what you really call it, but it's been stripped, then smoothed out and hollowed out. And then they were painted and put on here. So they have vendors at the beaches on Roatan, and so I decided to get it. I liked it. I liked the colors. I really like black and white. So I saw it and it was very much my style in that, it's the black and white, and I like that it was coconuts and it was handmade. It wasn't something that is mass-produced in a factory. It's something that is authentic and handmade. Now, something else that I do when I'm traveling that my family thinks is kind of weird, but I like to do this, is I collect sand from wherever I'm going, so that I go somewhere and I bring a little piece of it back home with me. So for example here, I have from a trip to Hawaii, from the island of Kauai, I have sand from Poipu Beach, and I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's a beach on the island of Kauai. I was staying at a resort there. It was beautiful. It was right on the beach, and the beach was orange, the sand. And you can see the sand is an orangish color. It's not your typical gray or white color. It's just a beautiful, beautiful beach. And I definitely hope to go back there someday. I've been to Hawaii more than once, but I've never been to the same island twice, so it's my dream to eventually visit all of the 7 islands, and then, hopefully be able to visit my favorites more than once. My parents have been to Hawaii. They go to Hawaii almost every year. My parents do. And so they definitely said, which ones they like and which ones are kind of just boring. But, I hope to be in that position someday when I'm my parents' age to be able to just once a year get away and take a nice vacation with my significant other. Because I think that's kind of necessary in life. Life is really stressful. And, constantly working and or maybe going to school and you get busy and you lose track of time and you forget to relax. This is sand I got from the Cayman Islands, from Georgetown. I don't have very much because we were in a rush. We were getting ready to leave, and I remembered that I hadn't got any sand. So, literally as we were about to leave the island, I stopped and scooped up some sand, literally one handful of sand, and put it in an empty water bottle. So that's why I don't have very much sand, and it's not that great of quality. It has a lot of rocks and debris in it, but it's better than nothing. The Cayman Islands is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. The beaches are amazing. The water is so pure and so clear. And I remember we went boating one day. We just went out on a boat and just relaxed just in the middle of the water. And it was one of the most amazing experiences ever. There's so much to do. You can go, surfing, you can go hang gliding, you can do all these things, but just sitting in the water on a boat in the middle of the ocean, well, we weren't really in the middle of the ocean, but we were probably, at least a half a mile offshore, and just kind of rocking with the waves, because the waves are really light there. They're not, crashing waves like you see in a lot of places. The waves there are just really light. It's just extremely relaxing. So, definitely one of my favorite places. Now, this is from California, from Mission Beach, San Diego. I actually have a cousin who lives in San Diego. I was visiting her. And it was a really nice beach. There's a nice boardwalk, and roller coaster and shops. So it's just a nice place to be. So that's that. Also, on that same trip, we spent time in LA and went to Venice Beach. We were going to go to Huntington Beach, but we somehow ended up at Venice Beach instead. And it was a little ghetto, but it was still fun. Now this one I really like. It's from my visit to Belize, and it's not sand, but it's dirt. Well, really, actually it's ground up rock, and it's from a Mayan ruin that my family and I visited in Belize. We got to climb up the ruin, I don't really know what you call it, and on the way up on the stairs and at the very top, you can see where the rock has kind of ground up in the corners, where people just from walking so much have kind of worn the rock out so much that it's kind of ground into a very coarse sand. So that's what this is. It's from the very top of a Mayan ruin. And there's not just sand laying around. It took me a while to get even this much. So I went to a lot of corners and a lot of crevices to dig up this much dirt. But I'm glad I did, because not many people can say they have part of a Mayan ruin in their bedroom. And it's raining out right now. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain. I can hear it, but I'm not sure if it'll pick up on the video. But it's very relaxing, just hearing the rain hit the roof. I have more sand here. This is also from Hawaii. It's from the island of, Waikiki Beach on the island of Oahu. It's so great to just be able to open this up and touch the sand. And just remember what it felt like. Because I grew up near the beach, I've always been probably within a 10-minute drive of the beach, but the beaches where I live are not sandy. It's a lot of rocks. Or if there is sand, it's very coarse sand. So it's uncomfortable to go barefoot. So it's definitely nice to visit these beaches that are so different from what I'm used to. I've got 4 more left. This next one is actually not sand. It's dirt, and this is more just a fun one. It's from Disneyland. I just love the sound of the rocks rolling around in the jar. That's from Disneyland, California, and I got this while I was waiting in line for Indiana Jones. I don't remember why we were waiting outside, because the line, you wait inside for the line, but for some reason we were waiting outside, and I thought, why don't I just scoop up some of this dirt, because I had an empty water bottle. So I thought, why don't I just scoop up some of this dirt to just kind of, take a piece of Disneyland home with me. So I did. This next one is from Miami, from South Beach. I just have it in a little jar here. And I also have this bracelet. I got it from just a street vendor. And it adjusts to your wrist so it can get larger or smaller. Depending on your wrist size. And it's just a twine, a little bit of leather, and some beads. And I just keep it looped around here so I don't forget where it came from. I used to wear this bracelet all the time in high school, but I stopped wearing it because I don't really like to wear bracelets anymore. I also have this from Honolulu Beach in Hawaii. This is also from the island of Kauai. On the north side of the island, the other sand from Kauai that I showed you was from the south side of the island. And it's so interesting to see that on the north side, the sand is gray, like this. But on the south side, it's orange. And again, I got a bracelet from there. A little bead at one end. It's like the other one. You can adjust to the size of your wrist if you need to be very large. Probably to fit around your ankle. Or it can tighten up to better fit your wrist. No, of course my wrist is not that small, but I'm going to put it back around here. So I remember where I got it from. The last one I'm going to show you is from my trip to Honduras, to Roatan Island. And you can see I have a necklace beaded around it. this necklace has an interesting, what it's made out of is pretty interesting. You can see there is this sort of ivory white and this brown. What the white is it's made out of bits of shark bone. And the brown is coconut. Little pieces of coconut. And then here in the middle, there's a little bead, which is black coral. That's what the bead is made out of, it's black coral. Now, at the time, I thought this was very cool. But now, being older and wiser, I guess, I don't know that I would have bought it, because I now know that many sharks are endangered, and coral reefs are endangered, and I probably wouldn't have bought this. I probably would not buy this today with the knowledge that I have. But I was like, probably, I don't remember, I was young, probably 16 or 17 when I went to Honduras. I'm 22 now. I was probably 16 or 17 when I went to Honduras. So, I didn't know this much about, endangered species and whatnot. So, I think it's very cool to have this. I probably wouldn't buy it again. The last thing I want to show you guys is this. I don't know what this is. I got it in Hawaii. I found it on the beach. I didn't know what it was, but I picked it up because I thought it looked cool. So if any of you guys have any idea what this is, it's hard, like a rock. So if any of you guys have any idea what this is, I'd appreciate it if you could let me know, because I've always wondered. I've had it since probably 2009. So, if you know what it is, leave a comment, let me know. And that's all for this video.